Good morning, students. So today I will explain the new chapter, class 11, intermediate first year, that is mechanical properties of solids. Chapter name, mechanical properties of the solids. The first one I explain a rigid body. A rigid body. Here, so what is meaning of the rigid body? So let us take one solid. So this is a one solid. Okay. So when I am apply the external forces capital F. So when the force capital F is applied on a body, I am taking a one body. So here when the external force is acting on this object or body, their shape and size does not change. Shape and size does not change when the large force also applied. So this body is called a rigid body. So what is a rigid body? When the external force is applied on the body, the shape and size not change. So that is body is called a rigid body. So what is the examples of the rigid body? So there is no perfectly rigid body in the nature. No perfectly rigid body in the nature. Second one here, what is the second one? The second definition, deformation forces. What is the forces? Deformation forces. Okay, so what is the deformation forces? So very simple, the deformation forces means, so here, so let us take one object. So this is a one body. So the here some external force is acting. Yeah. Okay, this is the external force. The external force is acting on this body. The shape or size are both of the bodies changing. Their body will be rest or without moving it is as a whole. This force, external force, is called deformation forces. When the external force is acting on the body shape or size or both are will be changed. Their body will be constant or whole, the state of the rest. So this is force is called deformation forces. And the third one, restoring forces. Restoring forces. Okay, so what is the third forces? I am taking some definition of the mechanical properties of the solids. So what is the restoring forces? When here this is a one body, when this is a body, so when the external force, that is deformation forces, is applied, so this body is called deformed. When the force is acting, the body will be deformed. So when the deformation force is acting inside of the body, the internal forces is developed. So what is the forces here? This is the internal forces developed in the all direction. This is the internal forces. So the internal forces developed inside the body. So these internal forces is called restoring forces. When the deformed or deformation force is applied on the body, okay, the shape and size will be changed. So the deformation force is removed due to of the restoring forces. Here I am taking one sponge duster. So here when the external force capital F is acting, so what happen? The shape will be changes in the different directions. So like this, the shape will be some changes. Okay, so when these deformation force will be removed, so what happen? Removed deformed forces. Okay, their object is regain its original shape and size. What is the reason? So when the object deformed force is acting on this object, sponge duster, so when this deformation force will be removed, what happen? This sponge duster is come back to original position. What is the reason? So in this sponge duster, the deformation force is acting in the opposite direction of the sorry, the restoring forces is acting. So therefore the deformed forces and the restoring forces is acting to opposite direction, but it is not action reaction pair. What is the important point? It is not a action reaction pair. And so here it is give the elasticity in the nature. Okay, it's give the elasticity in the nature. What is the elasticity in the nature? When their deformed force F, when the deformed force is F is acting on this object, their object is a come back to original position. Okay, original position. This is the properties of body. What is the definition here? The property of a body by virtue of which it regains its original size and shape when deformation forces are removed is called elasticity. What is the elasticity? So here this is a force. When the force is acting on the body shape and size will be changes. When these deformation forces will be removed, it is a come back to their original shape and size. It is a return to original shape and size. So these properties of the body is called elasticity. Okay, these properties of the body is called elasticity. So this is the elasticity is a depends on some phenomena. It is a molecular phenomena. So what is the example of the elastic body? So it is the nearest approaches to perfectly elastic body, quartz. The quartz is the nearest approach of the perfectly elastic body. And next one, plastic body or plasticity. Okay, plastic body or plasticity. So what is the plastic body? Here a body which does not show elastic behavior is called a plastic body. A body which does not show elastic behavior. That means here when the deformation force is acting on the object, it is not come back same size or shape or both. So that is body is called a plastic body. So what is the examples of the plastic bodies? Here example I am taking putty and chewing gum and wax and clay. So here this is a chewing gum. So when the force is applied on a chewing gum, their shape or size will be changed. When the deformation force will be removed, it is a come back to same shape or size? No. So this is object is called, this is body is called plastic body. This phenomena of the body is called plasticity. Next, elastic behavior of the solids. So what is the main reason their object to behave the elastic properties? So what is the reason here? Every solids is a consist of atoms or molecules. Okay, so every solids, let us take this is a one solid. Here the number of atoms is there inside. The number of atoms is there. So when the force is applied, so at initially it is a equilibrium position. So when the force is applied on this body, what happen? The displacement will be occurs. That is their position will be changes the atoms. Okay, when this deformation force will be removed, it is a comeback. What is the main reason? So every atoms, this is an atom, this is an atom. So every atoms one force is acting. So this is called interatomic forces. Okay, intermolecular or interatomic forces. Every atom, this is a one atom, here also this is one atom. Every atoms is having the force intermolecular or interatomic forces. Due to interatomic forces, it is come back to is the original position. Okay, after removing the deformation forces, it is come back to original position. So especially Hooks is explained. Hooks is explained there what is the elastic behavior of the solids. So according to Hooks here, let us take this is a structure is a solid. Okay, the solids. So this is a dots. The dots is the atoms or molecules. All black color dots is the atoms or molecule. The Hooks is explained spring ball model. So here these all atoms or molecules is having a one spiral spring. This is a springs. Okay, every atom is consist of the between one spiral spring. When the force is applied any one atom, what happen, their position will be changes. When this deformation force will be removed, it is a comeback. So in a springs, the springs is act as a intermolecular forces. The same thing in a solid is consist of any two atoms is having the intermolecular forces. These intermolecular forces, their atoms is come back to their original position. Therefore, the Hooks is explained especially in the elastic behavior of a solids. Next, stress. So what is meaning of the stress, especially in the elastic bodies? It is explained two terms, especially stress and strain. First one, stress. What is the definition of the stress? The restoring force developed per unit area of the deformed body is called stress. So what is meaning of the stress here? So let us take, so this is one object or one body. Here some deformation force, external force is acting. So when this is the restoring forces. When the restoring force particular unit area is called stress. So that is what is the definition equation of the stress. There stress is equal to restoring force by area of a cross section or area. So that is F by A. Okay, so what is the stress formula? Restoring force by area or area of a cross section, F by A. So what is the units? Here I am taking the units. Okay, the first unit is a CGS units and next one SI units. So in the SI units, force Newton area meter square. In the CGS units, dyne per centimeter square. So this Newton meter square is called Pascal. So what is the another unit? Their stress is equal to Pascal. And what is the dimensional formula? There are Newton force by area. The dimensional formula I will write directly m1l minus 1t minus 2. This is a dimensional formula. This dimensional formula is equal to pressure also. is equal to pressure. Pressure is equal to force per unit area. The stress also force per unit area. But in the stress is inside of the body, that is restoring forces. And here suppose let us take another one example. So let us take this is a one wire. This is a one wire clamped at one end, and another end is hanged one mass m. Okay, so how much stress is acting inside of the wire? So therefore where here F stress is equal to, in this case stress is equal to F is equal to, what is the weight is acting? F is equal to mg by A. This is a formula. Stress is equal to mg by A. Or suppose sometimes their radius or diameter of the wire is given. Radius or diameter of the wire is given. In times, what is the area of the wire? Pi r square. In times, what is the area of the wire? Pi r square. What is the stress formula now? It is a change. Stress is equal to mg by pi r square or F by pi r square. Okay, and this is mg is equal to sometimes tension in the wire. So therefore sometimes the stress is equal to F or T by A. Sometimes the formulas are using. Okay, when the let us take the wire is taking their mass m is hanged, how much stress is acting inside? So that is mg by A or F by A or mg by pi r square or T by A. So always the stress is directly proportional to square of the radius. Types of stresses, especially there is a three types of stresses. Okay, the first one longitudinal stress. Second one tangential stress. Third one volume or bulk stress. Here how many types of the stresses? Three types of the stresses. One is longitudinal stress, tangential stress, volume or bulk stress. So we know that stress is equal to force per unit area. So in this longitudinal stress there is a two types. One is tensile stress, another is compressive stress. Okay, so inside of the longitudinal stress, so what is the how many types? Tensile stress and compressive stress. This longitudinal stress is a normal stress. What is the stress? Normal stress. What is the definition of the longitudinal stress? I will explain what is the longitudinal stress. When a normal stress changes, the length of a body, then it is called longitudinal stress. So when the normal stress is changes, the length of the body, maybe length will be increases or length will be decreases. So what is the another definition of the longitudinal stress? Here another definition of the longitudinal stress, when another definition, when a force is applied normal to the cross section area of a body such that its length changes, then restoring force developed per unit cross sectional area is called longitudinal stress. Here I will explain. So let us take example. I am taking one example. This is a one rod. So this is a one rod. The rod length L. Okay, so this is having two ends, A and B. So this is the area of the cross section. This is small A and A. This is the area of the cross section. Okay, so when their force is acting here, this is the normal force F. Okay, normal force is acting on this area here. This is a, I am taking the B end, this is a B end. Okay, this is the area of the cross section A. So where F is acting, the force is acting. When the force is acting on normal area, this is what happen, the rod will be changes. Let us take a rubber. So when the force is acting on the perpendicular to area of the surface, so what happen, the length will be changes. Suppose the length is increases, it's give the tensile stress. The length is decreases, it is the compressive stress. So what is the tensile here? I am taking tensile stress. The tensile stress when I am taking one rod or one rubber. So this force F is acting, one is right side direction, another force is acting left side direction. So what happen, the length will be changes. Length will be changes. So that means the force is acting on unit area of the cross section, the length will be increased. So that is stress is called tensile stress. And what is the compressive stress? The compressive means here in the same wire, the force is, one is acting towards the one end, another force is acting towards another end. What happened, there is a compressed means is a very small length. Here the force is acting this area of the cross section, the force is acting this area of the cross section, this is called compressive stress. Second one, tangential or shearing stress. If the restoring forces are parallel to surface of the stress is called shearing stress. Here let us take, suppose let us take, this is a one object. Okay, so this is a one object. So here this is the upper end, I am taking A, and downward end B, and this down end face, this face is a fixed, this face is a fixed. So when the tangential force is applied on the body, F is equal to tangential force, that is on the surface the tangential force is applied. So here this body, it's moving like this. So the body is moving like this. This is a final position actually. So this is a final position. This is a final position. Here one force is acting left side direction, another force is acting another direction. So what is your observation? When this tangential force is acting this area, this is called shear stress or tangential stress. In this, during tangential stress, shape of the body change. What is the change? Shape of the body change. Only shape of the body change. Size and volume remains constant. Size and volume remains the same, only shape will be changes. This is the stress is called tangential stress. Third one, bulk stress. If your body is subject to equal forces normally on all the faces of the stress involved, is called bulk stress. So in the bulk stress, here value will be changes. For example, I am taking, so this is one object. Okay, what is the volume? So volume V, the object volume V. So when the force is acting in the all direction, this is the external forces. The external forces is acting all direction. What happen? The volume will be changes. Volume will be changes. So therefore, here the force is acting. That is the restoring force is acting in all faces. This is the green color, the restoring forces in the all 6 faces. The restoring force is acting on 6 places. So per unit area, this is called bulk stress. For example, here I am taking, so this is a one water, right? So here I am taking the one water tub. Okay, so here I am taking their initial volume. What is the V? So this is the one V. This is the one object, initial volume V. Initial volume V. So this initial volume V is placed inside of a water. Is placed inside of the water. What happen? Their volume will be decreased. Okay, inside water. Inside water, what happen? Volume will be decreases. Volume decreases. So here the force is acting in the all areas inside the body is called bulk stress. Bulk stress. Here their volume will be decreases. So it is equal to this type of stress is called hydraulic stress. Hydraulic stress, and the force is called hydraulic pressures. Hydraulic pressure, especially inside of the water. When the object is placed inside of the water, is going to very depth. Their volume will be decreases. So this phenomena is called hydraulic stress, and this pressure is called hydraulic pressure. Next, second one, strain. What is the strain here? So this is the one object or body. When the force capital F is acting, when the force or torque acting upon a body causes relative displacement. Causes relative displacement of a particle. That is the particles is displaced. So due to relative displacement, it is a change may be length, or change may be volume, or change may be shape to original. So when the external force is applied, so their relative position of the particles will be changes. So due to external forces, there some physical quantities will be changes. What is the changes? Maybe length change, maybe volume change, maybe shape change. So this is called strain. So what is the definition here? The ratio of change produced in the dimension of a body. Change produced in the dimension of the body by system of forces or couples. If your system of forces or forces acting, the change produced at the equilibrium to original dimension, that is called strain. So therefore strain is equal to, so what is the definition? So change in dimension or change in dimension by original dimension. Change in dimension by original dimension, maybe length change, area change, volume change. So what is the strain? The strain, what is the dimensional formula? And here, so I am taking units. What is the units of the strain? There is no units. What is the units? Strain is a no units. What is the dimensional formula? No dimensional formula. Important. The strain also dimensional, no dimensional formula, that is a dimensionless. There is no units, there is a no dimension, because change in dimension and original dimension both are same units. The same units will be cancelled. So therefore the strain so only change in dimension by original dimension. So generally it is also three types of the strain. One is longitudinal strain, same longitudinal strain. Second one, volume strain and shearing strain. Okay, volume strain, same. How many types of the strains? Three types: longitudinal strain, volume strain, shearing strain. Longitudinal strain, first one. Here I am taking one wire. This is the one wire, the wire of length small l, it initially hanged with a rod suspended from the rigid support. So when the force is acting F, that is a stretching force F be applied normally to the face, what happened here? Their length will be increased. This is the original length L. So now after force will be applied, this is the final. How much? This is the length L. and this is a increase the length delta L. So this is a total length. This is called a total length. When the force is acting on this wire, what happen? The length will be changes. So this is called longitudinal strain. So what is meaning of longitudinal strain is equal to change in length by original length. Longitudinal means change in length by original length. How much change in length? Delta L by what is the original length? L. Delta L by L is called longitudinal strain, where delta L is equal to elongation change, sometimes small a. So therefore the longitudinal strain is equal to E by L. Longitudinal strain means change in length by original length. Suppose let us take initially the length is equal to 5 centimeter. When the force is applied 20 newtons, what happen? Their wire will be total 7 centimeters. So how much? 2 centimeter will be elongation. So the change in length by original length is called longitudinal strain. Second one, volume strain here. So this is the initial volume V. So when the force is applied, their volume will be changed delta V. Okay, so this is called volume strain. So what is meaning of the volume strain? Volume strain is equal to change in volume by original volume. Change in volume by original volume, that is delta V by V. Okay, the volume strain is equal to delta V by V. So what is the change in volume by original volume? In the third one, shearing strain. So what is the shearing strain? It is defined as here, shearing strain. So when the tangential forces F is acting on the object cube. So tangential means upward force is acting on this object. The object will be changed. It is displaced only upper surface. So this is displaced in the upper surface. So here is the lower surface fixed. Only upper surface will be displaced. It is making some angle, the new displacement of the body and the fixed object. So they are making some angle theta, where theta is equal to delta x by L. So delta x by L is equal to x by L. This is called shearing strain. That is angle theta is radian through is a plane perpendicular fixed surface of cubical body gets turned under the effect of tangential force. What is meaning of shearing strain? When the tangential force is acting on the upper surface, the below surface is fixed, only upper surface is moving. So it is making angle theta with respect to fixed axis. So this is called strain. In this strain, theta is mentioned. Theta is equal to delta x by L. Some example problems. A steel wire of 2 mm in a diameter is stretched by applying a force of 72 Newton. Find the stress in the wire. Solution. So let us take one steel wire. So what is the diameter? 2 millimeters. And how much force is acting? 72 newtons. So how much stress is wire? So we know that stress is equal to S is equal to F by A. So here F is given 72 newtons, but area of cross section of the wire is not given. But what is the given? Diameter. So therefore I will write F by A is equal to pi r square. What is the area of the wire? Pi r square, where r is equal to radius of the wire, but the radius is not given, only diameter is given. So diameter d is equal to 2 into radius, and radius r is equal to d by 2. So therefore radius is equal to diameter by 2, that is 2 millimeter by 2, that is 1 millimeter. So it is a conversion to meter. So 10 power minus 3 meters. So what is the radius? 10 power minus 3 meters. So stress F is equal to 72 by pi into r square 10 power minus 3 whole square. So 72 pi is equal to 3.14. 10 power minus 3 whole square minus 6. This is minus 3, 6 is going to here. 72 by 3.14 into 10 power plus 6. We can get finally 2.29 into 10 power 7 Newton per meter square. So this is a one example problem. Next problem. A copper wire of length 1 meter is stretched by 1 centimeter. Find the strain on the wire. Here, this is a one copper wire. So this is a one copper wire. Cu, copper wire. So what is the length? L is equal to 1 meter. So here, there some mass is hanged. Stretched means increases. Delta L, elongation 1 centimeter. This 1 centimeter. So find the strain. What is the strain formula? Strain is equal to delta L by L. What is the delta L is given? 1 centimeter is conversion to meters. 1 into 10 power minus 2 meters. So therefore 1 into 10 power minus 2 by 1. So therefore strain is equal to 10 power minus 2. That is 0.01. What is the strain? Strain is equal to 0.01. Next, third problem. If a platinum wire is stretched by 0.5%, what is the strain? What is the strain in the wire? Here this is a one wire, platinum wire. The platinum wire, I don't know initial length. Okay, how much percentage will be stretched? 0.5 percentage. I am taking the initial length is equal to 100. And how much change? 0.5. So that is strain is equal to delta L by L. Okay, so here percentage, how much strain is given? 0.5 percentage, that is 0.5 by 100. Just 0.5% strain is stretched. So 0.5 by 100. So here some calculation. Right, 0.5 by 100 is equal to 0.005. Okay, so what is the answer? 0.005. So this is the end of the strain types of stresses. Thank you one and all.